that is ratcheted up when you go on the road. And this highly ranked squad has found itself coming into a snake pit in this one. Welcome, everyone, to the home of the Fighting Illini, Memorial Stadium in Champaign, Illinois. As we'll see the national champions from last year, the Penn State Nittany Lions, taking on the winners of 4 straight, the Illinois Fighting Illini. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. The Nittany Lions will get us started with the opening kickoff. Here he comes from inside his own 5. And a really nice job by the kick team to get down there and make sure they limit that return. So the Illinois Fighting Illini offense will have the ball first. But Jesse, it's always fun to see a guy who's been challenged, see if he can answer the bell and get things done.
Well, we talked to him this week, and he knows that people are out there questioning him. I think that leaves a big chip on his shoulder, David. He wants to...
Into the secondary on the right. And he's brought down after a huge completion. And why waste any time? Get right to it. The offense with a big play right out of the gate.
And sending a clear message, Reese, they are going to take shots. They've got playmakers. They've got dudes that can get downfield and locate the football. I love the attitude right out of the gate.
And on those screen passes, I want those defensive linemen to run right up the field, and I want to throw it right over their head where I got some space and I can get my running back going. That is the opposite of what happened right there. There was no space. He couldn't even get going.
Now the play fake. Throws to the wideout. He makes the catch. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. Give to the running back. Looking for room at the 30. Turning it on!
Well, that's why this running game can be so dynamic. This guy is special when he has the football in his hands. He can make people miss, he can run with power, and he also has speed. You saw it on that last play.
Illinois picked up the first down. Now here they come again. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Just threw that one way too far.
Have a whole lot of time to get rid of that one. The defense was all over him right after the snap. No wonder that thing fell in.
Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Well, after ripping off a big-time run on his opening carry, a negative play this time around, and this is going to be key. They're going to keep giving him the ball, and they need him to have more positive plays than negative ones if they're going to win.
Back to throw, it's Jenkins. He gets it oh so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short.
Really nice job by the defense there. You're trying to force the quarterback to throw the football in front of you and allow your guys to square up and make a tackle.
They got him for the sack, and now get the ball back after the 4th down stop. So Penn State's offense has the ball for the first time. Let's take a quick second to call out some of the impact players their coaches mentioned in meetings this week. Anything you guys heard that really resonated with you?
Yeah, I love when coaches talk about guys that bring it every single day. Like, that we can depend on them. They can get other guys lined up. They're always motivated. They're always being a great teammate. These are the guys that coaches love.
And big-time players make big plays in big games, right? These are the guys that have to play well if they're going to win games like this. It'll be interesting to see what they do today.
Caught in the backfield, it's Reynolds. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. The margin for error so small in a conference like this, and a Big Ten play, really imperative to get off to a good start.
You really focus on all offseason getting off to such a great start, right? Start fast, win our conference. Well, this...
Oh, he's got some space. And he surges up to the 36-yard line, and they'll move the chain.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit, too, for the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
Now from the 36-yard line, it's 1st and 10. He leaves it with the back. Turns it on in midfield. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down. Not much can impose your will on a defense like popping a big run.
Especially when they know you're going to run it, right? This offense right now is just more physical. They're more physical up front in the trenches. And this running back and his ability to break tackles, that is just so demoralizing for this defense.
They're trying to send a message with this running game. He stopped after a pickup of 4 to the 33. Let's take just a second and talk about Penn State. They got a huge boost to their defensive front in recruiting last week. 5-star backer, verbal commitment, some future help in the form of this guy, David.
Oh, baller. And these are the guys that they play running back and all over the field in high school because they're so big and strong and athletic. And it's a guy that you count on. They can come in right now and play day one with that size-speed combination.
Just going to keep it after the snap. Makes the tackle right at the 28-yard line. Pick up a 5, and they'll move the sticks.
Man, that quarterback can go. Just another guy in another system all across college football. All quarterbacks nowadays, they got so much speed, it's ridiculous.
Man, I'm telling you, that has to be exhausting for the defensive lineman trying to chase down guys like that.
It's silly because even when it's a design play and it's a design run like here, fine. But then it's scramble plays and then it's passing plays. He's always a runner, just exhausting. What a big-time run for this offense, a physical run, getting down, almost scoring the touchdown.
Yeah, and considering how well they're running it right now, why wouldn't you just hand it off to this guy right here again?
On the direct snap, it's Tatum. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Nittany Lions. Can these guys just score from anywhere out there? After that drive, it sure looks that way.
And that's what separates really good offenses from great offenses. When you're backed up in a bad position and you can still fight your way out and go get you a touchdown, that's a great drive by the offense.
Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the PAT makes it 7-0. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. On the move from inside his 5. Not a whole lot of room to operate on that return as the coverage unit was there and ready. Here comes the Illini offense back onto the field. What a turn that last drive was. Didn't pick up the 4th down, and it led to the scoring drive, David.
And those are frustrating because you think you might get points and then your defense gives up points. This has got to be a complementary football type deal. The offense now needs to provide a little spark and give this defense some hope.
No doubt, David. They got to turn the page, and they've got to play with a little bit more urgency here, knowing they've got to get that one back and put a good drive together.
So the decision. Made, and the coach will take the penalty. Defense showing plenty of pre-snap movement of their own. To the air, it's Jenkins. Makes the grab. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few.
Man, it's so important when you play QB. I got to know when to put some air on it, and I got to know when to rocket that thing in there. Work in the middle of the field. He knew he needed the rocket, threw it in.
And here's a fumble way by... What a stunningly boneheaded play. You can't make a miracle every time. Don't get sacked for the safety.
Oh, and how about this defense? Understanding where they are in the field. They got a chance to put points on the board, and they do.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Extra blockers on the field. Offense goes full house. They'll move the tight end. The give to the back. Got behind those pads and picked up 3 out to the 35.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Grabbed in the backfield, it's Reynolds. And they'll make the stop, and we are headed to the end of the first period. How about these two running games so far? Dominance on the ground as we look at the first quarter stats. Heading in the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the second. So they go back to work after the break, and it is 3rd down. Looking downfield, it's Carr. Gets it out fast. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
On 3rd down, offenses have their plays. What they like in 3rd short, what they like 3rd medium, 3rd long. Great job by the offense having success. Now it's incumbent upon the defense to learn their plays and try to shut it down throughout the game.
They'll try the run. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7. Guys, let's think big picture for a minute and talk about Penn State. Every team needs those big dudes up front, and, man, they got a mauler from the high school recruiting ranks. Big 4-star D lineman. David, what's his adjustment going to be like?
Well, you see the excitement from the fan base and the reaction. It's all over the place, and you understand why. Because just being able to have that size at that position, play the defensive line, it's so important for these college teams. He'll fit right in.
Hand off from the shotgun. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. How important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. They'll snap it from the 48 on 3rd and short. From the gun, wants to pass. Got it in the middle, it's Martin. Really nice job to convert that 3rd down, and they've got it at the 33.
Great job by the running back on this play. It's a big 3rd down, and his ability to catch the ball, turn around, get north, make a guy miss, and go move the sticks. Awesome individual effort.
And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
Direct snap. It's Tatum. Wildcat look didn't get much. Picked up a few on that one.
Well, I think the defense is expecting here on third down that this running back's going to get it again. Got it on first, had a nice carry, got it on second. Now he set him up in third and short. You've got to be physical here and make sure this guy goes backwards.
The Nittany Lions come to the line on third and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. On third and short, they'll ride the running back here. And I don't think he got there. No, they stopped him short. He does not pick up the first down.
Well, the defense got the stop there on 3rd and 1. Let's see if they can do it again here on 4th and inches, then.
I just got to find a way to fall forward, be physical. We work on this all week. You know you're going for it on 4th down.
On the direct snap, it's Tatum. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Penn State! How efficient have they been as they extend this lead here in week 5? And the extra point extends the lead to 16.
This defense is going to have to do a better job being physical. That's 2 rushing touchdowns they've now allowed. They have got to be better close to the line of scrimmage.
They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. On the run from inside his own 5. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. Whistle blows, we are at the 2-minute timeout, and man, oh man, could these guys use a score to cut into this lead. They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. Looking for a man, it's Jenkins. Just a short pass to the tight end. They make the stop, not a whole lot of ground picked up there, and they'll have work to do to get the first down. Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Got his man. Stopped at about the 25-yard line, and it'll be a first down. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. Wants to throw on first down. Got it in the middle. It's Valentine. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line. Illinois right back to the line. Just keeps swinging it. Finds his tight end. Oh, will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go. Back to pass. Rushes on him. He'll pull it down. Got to protect the merchandise. Gets down without taking a hit. They're at their fastest tempo trying to get off this 3rd down play. Got his man downfield. Now they're really starting to threaten as they pick up the first down at the 34-yard line. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking downfield on first down. They'll run the screen. There he goes. He goes out of bounds right at the 10-yard line, and the offense can smell the touchdown from here. They have been stagnant on offense, but finally a little forward movement as they've got a 1st and 10. He's pulled down after a tough run, gets it to the 6. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone. Is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. To the air, it's Jenkins. He's got it, and he's into the end zone. Touchdown to Illini.
And I'm not going to say that was a must score, but that was a must score. And this offense delivers right before the half. Everything starts. Up, hopefully now you build some momentum. You cut it to a 2-score game. Got to build on this momentum in the second half.
And he added the extra point. So they got the touchdown, now going to put it in the hands of their defense to finish off this half. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. They've got time, they've got the lead, and David is sort of like a doctor. First, do no harm.
Do no harm, but also momentum is hard to create and sometimes hard to stop. You have it, so Jesse, don't do anything stupid to create some momentum for the other side.
I think a lot of this comes down to your quarterback and whether or not he's making good decisions in this game. If yes, be aggressive. If not, let's just take the lead into halftime and get ready for the second half.
Wants to throw, they'll have to be efficient against the clock. Trying to escape and get it himself. Nifty little scamper on this one. Enough for the first down, and he slides in safely. The offense calls a timeout to stop the clock. It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. He makes a grab. Gets it inside the 5, down to the 4, and it'll be 1st and goal. The Nittany Lions will hustle to the line. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. From the gun, he'll try to throw. Looking to get it in. And the defense makes the tackle, and that ought to do it here in the first half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
Guys, you've been taking in a magnificent scene there today in Champaign. And talk about a first half for the dude in that backfield. That coaching staff has been giving rave reviews on a weekly basis. And through 2 quarters today, he's been a complete game changer. He's breaking the will of this defense, and that's something that's just very tough to quantify. And with that, let's send it back to the guys at Memorial Stadium.
Thanks for that breakdown, Kevin. Stadium buzzing, kickoff team on the field, and we are ready to get this thing started. And it'll come out to the 25, no attempt at a return. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. They open this third quarter on top, and they built the lead on the strength of that running game.
And they made a huge statement, too, just proving to the other team that they're more physical, they're winning in the trenches. So here in the second half, David, just keep demoralizing this defense by pounding the football.
Yeah, and I'm not going to let that happen. I riled up my guys at halftime. We're going to put more people in the box, and we got to come out and meet the physical challenge of this offense.
Looking to throw, it's Carr. Here's a hit. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20.
I think going into halftime trailing, this defense knew that they were going to have to start making plays here in the second half. And early in the third quarter here on this drive, they get a sack. That is really good news for this defense.
On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. And he feels the heat coming, and it burns him up. Another sack. And the Nittany Lions line up to punt it away. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. And he is knocked down immediately. Brave to try the return, though the coach might have preferred a fair catch. Looking to throw on 1st down. They get to him as he throws. A strike downfield. And this up is feeling it as they rip off a big chunk of yardage, and they've got it on the 22. Passing game kept the drive moving. Here's 1st down. Use the play fake, now to throw. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. We'll see if this offensive line is ready for the blitz. fakes the back and leaves it. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
And yeah, that's kind of surprising. We talked about this before the game. One of the big matchups. Run the football against a defense that's been susceptible against the run throughout the season. But this offense just can't find a way to get it going. And I'm surprised, but now what's your counterpunch? How are you going to get the ground game going? Because so far, not a lot of success.
And the defense has to be kicking themselves for allowing a first down there. You're just maybe going to give them a few yards and let them set up for a field goal. Instead, you let them move the chains, and now they're knocking on your door, first and goal.
Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Under fire. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13.
That is just what you want defensively, right? Bend, don't break. They drove down the field a little bit. They got second and goal. Boom. Create that negative play. Now they got third and goal. Now they got to make some decisions. Do they want to be conservative? Do they want to be aggressive? Either way, an advantageous situation now for this defense.
And he avoids the tackle with the slide.
And nowadays, you're not always going to get these quarterbacks on the ground because they're so athletic. But nice job getting the sack, let them out of the pocket there, but now forcing the fourth down, and it's decision time for this offense.
And this guy has been a machine all season long. He is absolutely automatic. You know you're getting 3 points when this guy jogs on the field.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. They go to the Wildcat here, looking to take advantage of that extra blocker. They found a little running room out of the Wildcat, still short of the first down marker.
We love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
The Nittany Lions can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. To the air, it's Carr. The safe call on the wide receiver screen. And they pick up just a few on that completion. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Wants to go up top. Got it set up on the outside. Breaks into the open. Just carving up this defense and getting it down to the 24.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
A lot of times with these RPOs, you see linebackers so slow, they don't want to mess up. Not on this one. Watch the defense attack downhill, go get the running back, get a tackle for a loss.
He's in open space downfield. Got it into the red zone, dragged down at the 18-yard line.
Man, it's easy to call plays when you're getting 5 or 6 yards a pop on the ground. Like, why would I get complicated? Why would I get complex? Like, up front right now, this group just win, fall forward, get that good game, stay ahead of the sticks, don't have to get in bad situations. This defense better respond, or else I'll do that all the way down the field.
On the move. Picks up enough to get them 1st and 10 from the 13. We've come to the end of the quarter, and it's Penn State on top. They're sitting in a strong position here with the lead. Let's take a look at our game summary. facet like this, it's all about somebody stepping up to make a play, and you might as well start here in the fourth quarter. Final stands of the game, and we'll start with a first down. Looking for a man, it's St. Clair. They'll run the screen. Got the completion, but nowhere to go as that defense reacted quickly. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Nittany Lions with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. They'll send the back in motion. Second down, he'll throw it. Got his man in the middle. That throw and catch gets them down to the 6, and the defense is running out of answers.
These third downs are so critical in deciding the outcomes of football games, especially when you start to get closer to the end zone. You drill it, you practice it. This offense needs to be dialed in, needs to be in rhythm, and needs to execute on this third down.
They tried to go smash mouth on 3rd and short, and it did not work against this defense. The Nittany Lions will go for it on 4th down. And you want to know what impact home field advantage can have? There it is. The offense will walk it back. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. So on 4th down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. Splits the uprights right down the middle. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Hey, fellas, here's a quick update on a top 25 clash today. Alabama is putting on an offensive clinic, the likes of which we've seldom seen, and this program has had some legendary players. They're up by 38 over Arkansas. Just another week of SEC football where we've come to expect the unexpected, fellas.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Oh, he'll keep it on the draw. The draw draws nothing except a swarm of tacklers. He's stopped immediately. This Nittany Lion defense has just been suffocating. The front 7 has been dominant. Guys like Jack Ham would be wide open spaces. And they were looking for a chunk play, and they got it. The explosive picks up more than 30.
And this defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field. And they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be aggressive. Got to need better effort in the back end for this defense.
This senior showed some serious arm strength firing that one in for the first down. Looking to throw, it's Jenkins. Working the middle, it's complete. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Makes the catch. And he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Illinois!
That is such a great job by the offense, putting together a touchdown drive when they needed it most. Not a lot of time left to go, but if their defense can get them the ball back, they've got an opportunity to kick a field goal and walk out of here with a win.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. We thought we'd see a little wildcat formation in this spot, and here it is. Direct snap. Finds that crease, and he's got 4 out to the 29. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. So they come to the line, and the Wildcat going to give them a different look. On the direct snap, it's Tatum. Pass the sticks and still on his feet. He's running free down the middle. Pass to 10. Touchdown, Nittany Lions. He got a step and just dusted the field. You know, the way he's going has me churning through the old memory bank here for the single-game touchdown record at Penn State. You know who that was?
I have no idea.
Well, everyone knows it was Harry Robb. Went to the house 6 times in 1917. From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. The Illinois offense returns to the field. They come to the line for the first play of the drive, snapping it from the 21. Man, what a drive last time for the touchdown. That passing attack was lethal, David.
And you know, you hear all these stupid commentators like me and Jesse talking about create balance, run and pass. No, when you throw that good, spin the ball around.
So the defense has to find a way to affect the quarterback on this drive because last drive he had way too much time to throw.
Illinois lining up quickly. Dropping back, it's Jenkins. Unloads to the wideout. He's got an open man. And the tackle is made, but not before that completion gets them 30-plus. Illinois coming out with a 1st and 10. To the air on 1st down. Fires to the wideout. Snagged in the middle. It's Hendricks. Defense makes a stop, but the chains move, and it's 1st and goal from the 8.
Timeout, Penn State.
New set of downs right on the doorstep for this offense. Motion from the back. From the gun. Grab behind the line. It's Valentine. And he's very fortunate to get it back to the line of scrimmage, greeted by a sea of defenders. They'll try to kick it into overdrive. Clock's running. 2nd down coming. Running back is able to snag the football, but that foot is on the white lines, out of bounds and incomplete. It's 3rd down.
And you just got to know the situation of the game, honestly. After that incompletion now setting up 3rd down, you still got timeouts. You can attack the middle of the field. It's all out there for you. There's no need to panic. Because of those timeouts, you still have an...
And he will take it in. Touchdown, finding Illini.
Well, the good news is you scored a touchdown. You've made this a one-possession game. The bad news is you got to get the ball back. So if you're the head coach, you got to start thinking, how are we going to do that? Are we going onside kick, or do we trust our defense to give it back to the owner?
Just under a minute and a half to play, and to have a shot, you got to believe they have to recover this onside kick. Quickly gets back on top of it and prevents a turnover.
Well, they try to go onside kick, but that's why they're called the hands team. Great job recovering that ball.
Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. And right now, you still have a 2-point lead, David, but you have to be aggressive.
And don't let that scare you, right? You've been executing offensively. You still got the lead, Jesse. No need to panic.
Yeah, and this is where your leaders on offense really have to step up. They got to keep everybody calm and make sure everyone's on the same page here on this drive.
They'll be perfectly content to go right back to the ground here on 2nd and 8. The handoff, keep working on that clock. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the 1st down line? Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. A defense trying to get a stop on 3rd down from the 44. Quarterback run is part of their game plan. Doesn't quite make it to the 1st down marker. He's a yard short. This offense has already converted once on 4th down. Can they do it again? He'll take it himself. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands.
Illegal blocking.
What an unfortunate penalty there. They thought they'd converted the 4th down. Instead, they'll have to try it again. They'll try to convert from the Wildcat. On the snap, it's Tatum. Turning it on. They bring him down, but that's why you give them that Wildcat look to create an opportunity for big plays.
How about that? You got the lead late in the game. Get some first downs, salt this clock away. This is the exact position you want your offense in.
Imposing their will, right, David? I mean, we know we're running it. You know we're going to run it. We're trying to ice this game. There's nothing we can do to stop it.
You want to talk about building confidence? Coming through with clutch plays, making the winning plays at the right time can really set the course for the rest of the season.
Yeah, Reese, maturity and experience matters. And this team has guys that have played a lot of snaps. They've seen a lot of looks, and they've lost close games like this in the past. That wasn't the case today, David. Too many guys out there making big-time plays.
And I think belief is what you build. That confidence, you know you're going to win. You don't think you're going to win. You know you're going to make that play in the big moment that continues to build on week-to-week success. And you look up and you're like, dang, we strung a couple wins together.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.